heard the show was picked up, I was in Las Vegas with a couple of friends.
I was in my apartment, I think, with oatmeal on my shirt.
I heard the pilot was gonna get picked up, and then I went online to see how to make a noose.
Help me.
The first season was a lot about discovery.
You know, what's interesting is I didn't know much about where the character was going, nor did I really know much of his background.
There was an inherent idea and, you know, sort of solid arcs as far as the mythology.
There are rules to the show that I think the writers and producers and directors kind of adhere to, but those rules, I think, over the course of the season, they evolved.
We hit our speed bumps, and there were times where we made decisions that weren't maybe the way the show ultimately could go, but I think we really started to smooth them out. And at mid-season, you know, it was a trial and error. We saw kind of some of the episodes that worked and some of the ones that didn't work so much.
I think it still found its way as far as what kind of stories really work, the people that die and come back, and how many times we can get away with someone dying.
Come on, push through.
We realized that we can do that often and still have her learning and still have her not defeated and still have a sense of hope.
Time of death, 12:32 p.m.
His daughter needs his heart.
There's a learning curve in a show like this. When you're telling the story of a day and then you restart the day.
Oh my God.
You think Harrison could ever kill someone?
Yes.
If you do it wrong, you're just telling the same scene over. If you do it right, you're telling the same scene over differently.
What are you talking about? Why would you say that?
Because I know
You know what?
every single thing that's gonna happen today.
We learn that emotion works, that pace works, that, you know, fun stories work, that a story that kind of evolves over the course of an episode. It changes, you have twists and you have turns.
Before you, there was someone else. A woman. She relived days. She could prevent death. It was your mother. What you can do, she could do it too.
The pilot gave us a jumping off point, but you really have to let the series take a life of its own on.
Look, I know I screwed up.
Lives were at stake. You did something good.
True's development and the development of the show as a whole has been and is so important to me because I'm in every scene and I'm kind of leading the audience through every show.
What I learned about Eliza is as tough as she is and as strong as she is, she's equally compelling, if not more compelling, when she's emotional.
I can do things that probably no one else can. Sometimes even that doesn't feel like enough.
There's a lot to be played in the emotions that this character's gonna go through. It's a character who's steeped in loss, who every week has the potential to once again re-experience loss, because that's the life she's leading. It's life and death, and it can very easily end in death. I think some of our best episodes have had really emotional conclusions or emotional stories that kind of push through them.
You can't let him win.
It's nice to have an open dialogue with the writers and with John because I have my opinions for sure. And, you know, there are some things that you fight for if you really feel that it's important for the integrity of your character and of your girl.
Stick to the plan. Talking to dead people, your thing. Haggling, mine.
Fine. I really liked The Longest Day just because it was so different and we had been following one formula and one way of doing the show in the rewind days, and it really came in at a great time and shook that up.
Perhaps someone is supposed to die today and stay that way.
And then with, of course, you know, the whole thing with Davis and True, and he's dying and she doesn't want to tell him. I thought that was really kind of a cool dynamic for those two.
Did I die?
I don't know. The murder in the morgue, trying to prevent your own death, and having the bullet come and like seeing death like come right up into your eyes, and then the rewind happening. I thought that was really well done. I loved the way they edited that together.
Man, you believe it? Murder, Lindsay's fashion show. Well, I'm a judge and you're
A contestant.
Oh my God. You?
I'll never forget the longest day when I'm sitting out in my robe, on the couch, in a thong. No, in my underwear. But I remember sitting out there, and I think they just left the camera on to see what else I would do, and it was like 1 degree Celsius, which I still haven't done the math and figured out what it is Fahrenheit, but it was cold, man.
One day, everyone comes in for a rehearsal in this morgue scene where it's Zach, Sean, it's when Harrison has the kid brother. And on the final rehearsal, the doors bust open and Zach just comes strolling in pantless and completely like pantless. And the kid, thank God the kid's back was turned, but the whole crew just lost it. Like we fell out. Like it was just, he'll do these things.
There's a lot of death talk and, you know, I wasn't anything. I just walked into a scene with no pants on.
Another time we opened a door and he was like in the background. It was my love scene with Luke at the cabin in Valentine, and he's giving me the roses, and I look past him and this door opens and Zach is sitting on the prop toilet, but full blown, like pants down to his ankles. Like he has this thing about kind of this potty humor.
Yes!
It really lightens the mood, and it just like it really makes it so much fun to be at work. By the end, I was just having a really good time, and I really felt like we had found the skin of our characters.
You want to learn from what you did well and learn from what you did badly. Did I go in with a plan? Yeah. And did the plan change? Absolutely. And hopefully you take the knowledge and, you know, the next episode is better because of all those things.